Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, dude, this is amazing. The idea is with 150 grams of ghee, 150 milliliters of milk. Important. Nice words. 150 and 150. Half a kilogram of semolina for basbousa. 200 grams of sugar. Here, I add a little bit of vanilla. 2 level tablespoons of fine coconut. Just a very small amount of baking powder. So, what's happening then? I'll tell you what. I turn on the heat. You take 150 grams of ghee. We put them here and melt it. Okay, it doesn't heat. The idea in basbousa is just to warm the ingredients, not to heat them, because the heat would cause it to stiffen when you put the basbousa tray on it. That's the idea. And the mistake we often make. You just work like I'm going to work now. I mean, look, we won't take a break until we finish preparing the basbousa mix. It will definitely make any homemaker a professional at it today. God willing, I'll get this bowl, prepare half a kilogram of plain basbousa tray without anything on it. Look, Jimmy, it doesn't have anything. No coconut or anything. Plain basbousa tray comes from the spice shop. All right, that's half a kilogram. Where is the ghee still? It hasn't melted yet. I'll prepare a manual wire whisk or use my hands. If you want to work with your hands, it's perfectly fine. Let's go. Make it once, make it twice, make it 3 times. It will come out right. 150 of butter, 150 of milk. Oh, there are things I don't like to measure with a cup. If I'm measuring butter or anything with a cup, I have no problem. But it won't work to say the cup for the basbousa pan. The cup you have might give a basbousa pan that's 600 grams. If it increases by just 50 grams over the proportions I make, the basbousa I make, Mohammed, will dry out. If you say it's soft and not good, to get it right, follow these measurements. Honestly, it will turn out really nice. Look, 150, here's some softened ghee. But good. We then put them here in the bowl. In the same saucepan, I put 150 milliliters of milk in the saucepan and warm it up as well with the sugar. Here. Then I add the 200 grams with the butter. Sorry, the 200 grams of sugar. I give it. This milk is really good. It's warmed up perfectly. So where are we going with this, Mr. Pasha? Let me give him a little bit of vanilla using my hands or a whisk. And this is the most important step in making basbousa. You can see that the milk separates from everything. From the ghee, from the sugar. Keep mixing them until they become a mixture together, like a sauce. Look now, sir, just to show you. No, we're getting close now to show you how this turns out. It's like everything is mixed together. The butter with the sugar and everything. And that's what we want. Okay, half a kilo of basbousa tray, Mr. Jimmy. Here is half a kilo. We'll add it on now. A little bit of coconut. Not too much because it dries things out. Huh? Look. That's just a hint of baking powder. Just stir like this, everyone. It never gets hardened. And by God's grace, I'm telling you, this will be the best basbousa you'll ever make in your life. See, I'm being serious. Just follow the ingredients as I tell you. There it is. Done now. It's needed. Look at how it turned out. Look, these are the words, sir. Thank you. Now give it some ghee. Add ghee here. Just keep away from this griddle. What is this griddle for? Onions and garlic. We don't want the flavors to mix. A small spoon of tahini. There you go. And we spread that lovely mixture. What size is this tray? This tray, God willing, is size 28. Mr. Fool, go ahead, sir. It is 28. Look, Jimmy, how the basbousa is coming out? Crumbly. No, oh my sir. Look, by God, it's magic. See, my hands are spreading it like music. These ingredients, look, they've been with me for years, and thanks to God, they've never failed me. Like this, okay? You just hold the tray like this here. Do like this, and then you do what? 2 lines on top like this. Like this, like this. You can add almonds on top if you want. You can put anything you like. Crushed hazelnuts, as you see. But if you look at the layer of the basbousa itself, it speaks for itself. Look at the softness it has. And that's the way it is. Here I adjust the oven temperature. I put it in to bake exactly. Yes, I mean in 25 minutes it will be nicely toasted. And I'll have prepared the light syrup, which is 2 cups of sugar, 2 cups of water, and half a lemon's juice. That's it. We'll see about that after the oven. Look at how the basbousa turned out. What does this mean? I'm telling you, you're going to eat basbousa. This is genuine basbousa, not pretending. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, dude, this is amazing. Be careful, be careful, be careful here. Chocolate, you know, really like music when it's like this. The cream, I make it like clotted cream. You know what I mean? Here I love it. I love it in a very random way. Really? I don't add anything other than milk and starch. Just that.
One cup of flour, 3/4 of a cup of fine semolina, the kind used for cakes or basbousa flour. Half a cup of coconut, and make sure it's finely shredded coconut, not the coarse kind. This is half a cup of oil. 2 tablespoons of ghee, which you can skip if you want. But if we add them, they give a nice flavor. Half a cup of sugar, 2 containers of yogurt. Each container is about 105 or 107 grams, depending on the brand. 4 eggs, 1 tablespoon of baking powder, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Our syrup should be light to medium in consistency. It definitely shouldn't be thick. That's not suitable at all. So we make it with 1 cup of sugar, 1 cup of water, and a squeeze of lemon. And I leave it on low heat from the moment it starts boiling. Let it boil for about 7 minutes from when it starts boiling. So it should be boiling in front of me, but on low or medium heat for 7 minutes. The amount of sugar should be equal to the amount of water. So if we used 3 cups of sugar, then it should be 3 cups of water with a squeeze of lemon. That's it. That's the syrup. Set it aside. And here is the coconut for decoration. Now, in the blender, someone might ask me, can I leave out the yogurt? No, don't leave it out at all. Absolutely don't leave it out. I'll be upset, really. Don't leave it out. Let's go. We're going to blend the liquid ingredients together. And always remember this. I added the eggs, yes. But why do I quickly add the vanilla? Because so many people forget about the vanilla and then don't know what to do. Sugar. With the oil, all the liquids with the sugar and the ghee. Just like that. You have the dry ingredients here, like this and like that. The yogurt should always be taken out of the fridge ahead of time so it's not cold. And always, make sure it's loosened up and smooth. Use a fork, a spoon, anything so it has the consistency of buttermilk. All right. The eggs aren't cold, the yogurt isn't cold, the flour isn't cold. Nothing I'm using in this cake should be cold at all. Always make sure when you're making cake that nothing you use has even a couple of drops of water in it. If this mixer has even 2 drops of water left from when you washed it before, or if you just rinsed it or anything like that, yeah, these 200 drops will get you the whole cake. Even the counter you're working on, if there's a drop of water on it and your hand touches something by accident and so on. A bowl, a plate, Any plastic item you're using, if a drop of water splashes into the cake next to the eggs, it's a disaster. Now we'll add the sifted flour, the fine coconut, and the baking powder together, and mix the dry ingredients. That's good. I've mixed the baking powder well with the sifted flour and the fine coconut. Now let's take the mixture. Let's go. We've beaten all the liquid ingredients together until their color became light. Okay? Now we'll pour these light and beautiful liquid ingredients onto the flour. The cake mixture just needed a minute of semolina. Now let's go ahead and put it in. Guys, when you make this cake, you'll notice that it's a bit light. At first, you'll feel that its texture is a little runny, and just leave it like that light. It turns out nice and fluffy, and it thickens up as the semolina expands and absorbs the liquids. It'll come out just right, beautiful, amazing, everything you want. In the end, the cake will have a slightly light texture, and that's normal, just leave it light. The amount you see in front of you is different from the amount I have, the amount you have. The pan is size 24, and you could even go a size smaller. Here, I'm going to use a size 26 pan. Let's get started. Now we're going to put the cake straight into the oven at the agreed temperature on 180 degrees for any cake on the middle rack. On the middle rack, of course. Ravani is also one of those things that doesn't take a long time in the oven, just like regular cake. Regular cake might take 40 minutes. But this one could be done in 30 to 35 minutes. Just check on it and you'll see it's cooked through. Ravani and Basbousa are both things that don't take as long as regular cake to bake. It takes about 5 minutes less. So depending on your oven, subtract 5 minutes from what you're used to. When the Ravani comes out of the oven, you pour the syrup over it as soon as it cools down a bit. So I leave it for about 2 or 3 minutes. Then I pour the syrup over it, sprinkle some coconut on top, and enjoy. Bon appetit.